Hey everyone, this is Chaos Cross. Welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. In the last episode, we went and explored a lot of Saffron City and the world in general. So that would, because why begin an episode with a gym leader? And we also went to the fighting dojo and got ourselves one of two rare fighting types, Hitmonchan. In this episode, we're gonna go ahead and head on down to Fuchsia City, so we could go and go against a gym leader. I know it's kind of weird skipping one to go against another, but I mean, they're the same level, so it's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and check out this little observational area. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's assistants. Professor told me that if your Pokedex has good data on 40 species of Pokemon, I'm to give you this special ball set U. Let's see, yep. And with that, we have 30 Ultra Balls. Okay, let's talk to these kids here. Meeting with a friend who wants to go see some of the Pokemon on Pokemon Road. I finally asked her out. I'm going on a date on Pokemon Road. Good on you, kid. You look about 8. Pokemon Road is a downhill path leading to sea. You should try having a nice little hike along it with your favorite Pokemon. There are certain Pokemon that will fly while carrying their trainer on their back. Because Pokemon Road is wide and safe, it's possible to fly particularly freely there too. But that's something that will happen later on. Alright, here we are. To Pokemon Road. First, Super Potion, and then I want to pull my notes up on where we're at. Alright. This is Route 17, and this has a lot here. Yep. Route 16, we were just there. And we get 3 Great Balls, awesome. This kid. Whoa, you have great Pokemon. Let me see. Alright, Kimber Reuben, let's see what we got. Side Duck. I feel like they kind of botched what they were wanting to do with Psyduck, kinda. Like, I've said it before, the entry of it is that it's this Pokemon that apparently has really bad headaches because of its own psychic powers. And what do they do for the next episode, for the next evolution of it? Oh, make it just more of a duck. And I like it. I like Psyduck Shiny, I really do. It's blue, it's freaking cool looking. But the evolution Golduck? None of it is golden, it just has a different tinted bill. And I have one, I'm not knocking it, it's just, I don't know. It really dropped the ball on it. Ooh, disable, yay. That's a move that will disable whatever move you just recently used. So, can't use Batty Bat anymore. Alright. So, I don't think I've said this before, but a lot of the moves that you learn from move tutors for Eevee are actually very reminiscent. Well, they're, I don't want to say reminiscent, I'm more of, they're little Easter eggs into the evolutions. Because, you get a water, fire, electric, grass, ice, dark, psychic, and fairy. Those are literally all 8 of its evolutions. And I guess that's why they did that, because of the fact that it only has the 3 evolutions in this game, which we just saw. Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon up there. And you can finally catch Eevees in this route. And that's another one I wouldn't mind finding a shiny for, even though it doesn't really look any different. I still like it because it's more pale. Some Great Balls, Doduo, Psyduck. You know what? I think it's about time we finally use one of the lures we got. I remember where it's at. Oh, it's just over here. Okay. Let's sort the items first off. Yep, okay, that's good. And then finally use the lure. So, let's go over what kind of Pokemon you'll encounter here. First off, there is Ponyta and Doduo, both of which encounter at 20% chance. Psyduck is encountered at a 15% chance. Pidgey and Pidgeotto at 10%. And then Rattata, Raticate, Rapidash, Dodrio, and Eevee all encountered at 5%. And there is a rare Pokemon here, Chansey. Oop, there's one of our first new ones, a Ponyta. I honestly think it's a good fire type. The shiny, as I've said before, I really do like it because it's freaking blue. Great throw. I'm doing okay. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx anything, you know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Finally. At least I didn't throw any towards the ground there. Alright, 150 points. And this is a place where we went to grind a lot because of some of the Pokemon you'd see here. Alright, our first Ponyta. Capable of jumping incredibly high, its hooves and steady legs absorb the impact of a hard landing. Okay, have I gotten the Psyduck? I don't know if I have. Let's check out what we got. Yes, actually. Okay. Alright, elixir there. Doduo. Look, if more Ponyta will come out, I'm happy with that. But if this is all that I'm going to be encountering, then I don't know. Also, this basically is kind of like the opposite of how repels work, because instead of repelling Pokemon from you, do a Dodrio. It will attract them, but still kind of work the same way as a repel because it'll work with a certain amount of steps that you put in. There we go. An excellent throw, okay. Ugh. I don't have any more raspberries, so just... Alright, nice throws. We'll see how it goes there. Dang it! it ran away. Okay, that's fine. Look, I'm not really worried. If I need to, I'll just do this kind of stuff off screen, like I said I was gonna do like 30 times. What you got, Pidgeotto? Silver Nanab. I'm looking for Raz. Okay. Let's just go ahead and head on down to Fuchsia City. Ugh! Alright, going against a Primeape. It's a good thing I got some PP left in Glitzy Glow, but I need to heal when I get to Fuchsia City. Ugh. Okay. It's weird of you to use a move like that. U-turn. Dang, it's weird that that knocked out a Graveler in just one hit. We're actually going through these routes pretty well, so yeah, we'll definitely be able to beat the gym leader in Fuchsia City, and we will actually be able to get a couple different explorational moves. I think one of them is after you beat the gym leader and go on the way to the second to last gym, which is actually in the middle of the water after you get the first of the explorational moves, but still. Alright, we have a coach, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright, now that we have a rare candy, let's go ahead and finally evolve. Finally evolve Pidgeotto, because he needs it. Yep, Pidgeotto is finally evolving into the OG bird boss, Pidgeot. This Pokemon flies at Mach 2 speed, seeking prey. Its large talons are feared as wicked weapons. That is incredible, the fact that it gets to be that dang fast. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about using another. My nut berry is fine, but I would like some raspberries. Nugget. Why are there so many trainers with their Pokemon just out here like this? Alright, Super Repel. Alright, Route 18, there's really nothing different. It's basically the same as in Route 16, but this is basically the entry route for Fuchsia City. Okay, let's see if there's anyone here. One, yep. There's no one at that side of the counter, that's kind of weird. One person! Fuchsia City, each resident helps raise the city's Pokemon. It said that in the guidebook. Alright, so we're finally at Fuchsia City, and I'm gonna say this. The way that the city is actually much different than any other generation. I am not kidding. So, first off, there's a freaking zoo around here. Lapras is wonderful, but where can you catch one? Here's the gym, but we're not going to do that until we explore this place a little bit. You met Bill? He's my grandson. He always liked rare things, even as a child. Well, nice to meet the family. The Safari Zone's warden may be old, but he's still in great health. Though his teeth are all false, to be fair. My brother Bill's job is to transfer Pokemon so people can send Pokemon to one another. He's the one who developed the box system. Oh, and you know the Go Park complex? He made that too. It's some professor from a faraway region. I'm thinking that's a professor from Let's Go. Sorry, from Go. I might be wrong though. Alright. Forgetful man used to live here, but I heard he moved to Route 12. That is a man who was quite famous or infamous in the original games. The Move Deleter. It's convenient to have a Pokemon set next door, but it means my rent is really high. That's kind of weird. I guess that's what happens when you have free healthcare like that. Sorry. Okay, so in Fuchsia City, there are actually quite a few more moves that you can learn through a move tutor. And I know I keep saying this, but this is more evidence that Eevee is more stacked than Pikachu is. Because first off, Pikachu only learns one move, and it's a water type. And Eevee learns 3 different moves. Again. Well, sorry, it learned 2 the first time, 2 the second, and now 3. It learns Sappy Seed, which is a grass type, pretty much like, Leech Seed. Then Freezy Frost. Freezy Frosty, which is Ice type move. And then Sparkly Swirl, which is, Fairy type. So, that's also what I'm talking about, where it's learning moves that are the same as its evolutions. Alright, home of the Safari Zone Warden. Yeah. I lost my teeth on the peak. Please help me. Well, how? Okay, saying something on Route 9. Something on Route 19, okay. I know what it is. He lost his teeth. They're all fake, and you have to go to Route 19 and find them. That won't be until we get the next move. This empty house was borrowed and repurposed as a place to share information, but with all these experts around, the place feels tense. Let's check it out. If you catch the same Pokemon species over and over, you'll get a catch combo. If you keep going, I hear you'll be more likely to run into shiny Pokemon. If you catch a bunch of Pokemon, same Pokemon species, the chance of you finding an item after catching them increases. I go for a Geodude and Onix myself. You're more likely to find an item after catching Pokemon if you feed it a pineapple berry first, right? You've noticed that too, right? Yeah, one more. There are ways you can get special bonuses when you catch a Pokemon. 1. Time your throw to land when the ring is small. Number 2. Catch them with your first throw, and so on. You'll get a lot of good things out of it, such as extra experience. Alright, so I think for the next move, we gotta go for the move explorational. We need to head over to that zoo. And I also want to explain something that was in previous games. So, it was talked about the Safari Zone. It was honestly one of the coolest places ever. First off, it's a place where you pay like, what, 500 Poké Dollars, I think? And you get to go in this place where you can actually find rare Pokemon. Oh, Slowbro. Sorry, it's Slowpoke. A Kangaskhan. Oh, playing with a Growlithe and a Vulpix. Aww. Tauros. Poor guy. And there's a fossil Pokemon down there. Ammonite. Oh. Alright, so I think there's something we need to talk to over here. Yep. This Lapras is getting on in age, but it's still a real beauty, wouldn't you say? We used to ride on waves and travel the whole wide world together. Lapras can't swim like it used to, so we'll stay here forever. Thank you for listening. That stinks. I'll teach you the secret technique, Sea Skim. With this technique, you can travel on water. Your Eevee wants to learn it as well? I'm not sure if we can learn it. It's not water type. We'll determine, just like my Lapras. Okay, I'll teach you the technique then. Now you'll have to keep balance on the water. Lower the center of gravity. Balance with your upper body. Ah, look at that. Eevee on a surfboard. With that, we have learned the secret technique Sea Skim, which is a replacement for surf. Big green. I'll give you that board too. Ride waves and travel the whole wide world together. Alright, I think with that is time to finally go ahead and go against the gym leader. First, let's get, I think I've filled already, I still want to check it out though. Already, yes. Okay, let's go. That was one thing about the original games when I played this. I don't like how the gym is basically surrounded by cliffs and you have to go around it. That was one thing I didn't really care for. Alright, so just like every gym, this has a bit of a gimmick. If you looked around before the smoke cleared, you might have seen little impressions like you do now on the floor. Yo, champ in the making. There's a safari zone here in Fuchsia City where you can meet tons of different Pokemon. And at the Fuchsia City's gym, we have a welcome trainer who've met lots of Pokemon, so I'll need to see if you manage to catch at least 50 species. Yep. Now you're worthy of challenging my gym. Meet Koga. Wahaha. Startled by my disguise, are you? I'll use my intricate style to confound and destroy you in battle as well. I'm amazed every time I see that. You look just like me, right? Now, head on in. Experience his moves for yourself. Okay, so here's what the gimmick of the gym is. The Fuchsia City gym is tricked up. It's a tricked up place. It's riddled with invisible walls. Koga may look within reach, sure, but it isn't always easy. You'll have to find gaps in the walls if you hope to reach them for a battle. Yep, so that's why you see the smoke. You'll see the impressions of the walls on the floor, so you want to get that done. Stop right there. What do you think of the famed invisible walls of the Fuchsia City gym? I think he might have hired a couple Mr. Mimes to do it. He probably did. Our first up, Nidorina. Good thing that we have the Glitzy Glow. Because of this being a poison type gym, and yes it is, Psychic is the best way to go. Yeah, see? And most of the Pokemon here are around like level 40 to 43. Ah, crap. Yeah, Toxic, yay. So, yeah, I might have talked about it before, but I have a PS5 now. I'm playing a couple different games. I have some more stuff to do on God of War Ragnarok. I've had that for like a month or so now. I recently finished up Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I am playing Spider-Man 2, where I had just unlocked the Venom suit. For those who don't know, Spider-Man has been a pretty big part of my life. I first watched the movie in, let's see, 2001, so I was 7 at the time. And honestly, it was one of my favorite movies growing up. Spider-Man 2 was incredible as well, you know, years later. Also showing me how good of an actor Alfred Molina is. Like, honestly, he's the reason why Dr. Octopus is my favorite Spider-Man villain. Alright, next up we have a Muck. Oh man, really? A freaking Protect. Alright, please don't use Protect again. Although I know you can't. Why don't we get rid of a third? That's ridiculous. Oh man. Minimize. This guy knows what he's doing. Then again, I think Ace Trainers are actually smarter opponents, I think. So unlike the basic opponents, they actually can have some slightly but not really competitive Pokemon. Yay, poison's gone! Yep, that's why he has a minimize. Okay, let's see. And that Moke's finally down, awesome. Alright, and then a Beedrill, okay. Outrage, okay, that's a move you don't really see that often. Ooh. It's kind of weird that a Beedrill Pokemon have Outrage. Yep, okay, so it's gonna be knocked out. Wow! Toughed it out with just 1 HP. Good job. You're getting healed after this. Ugh. Sorry if you heard a bunch of rustling. I'm just trying to get a snack and everything was falling over on me. Alright. Okay, I figured that Cubone evolved around that level. Alright, here we go. Small and weak, this Pokemon is adept with its bone club. It has grown more vicious over the ages. It wants to learn Swords Dance. Look, it's a good move, but I think I'm just gonna keep it as it is. Besides, I'm not really gonna fight with it. So I think it's about time we go ahead and find some more Pokemon to train. First off, this Abra. Go ahead and switch out Marowak. And then Ponyta for sure. Swap it out with Victory Bell. I think until I get a Moonstone, I'm gonna replace Meowth with Nidorino. As I said, until I get a Moonstone, then I would definitely will. So what's weird is there are 4 Pokemon that actually need to evolve with a Moonstone, and they're somewhat rare to find. Yeah. Those 4 are, let's see, Nidorino, Nidorina, Jigglypuff, and Clefairy. Also, how crazy is it that Ponyta is like around level 39 when you catch it? And it's actually a very high level for a Pokemon like that. Especially since I think it will only take a level for it to actually evolve. Because I'm pretty sure most of them all evolve around like the late 20s, I think. Alright, let's go around here, over here. Yep. Fight these guys. You see, the original games never gave us this courtesy of the fog. I mean, I get graphical limitations of the handhelds back then in the 90s and 2000s. Well, how convenient that I have a dark type for a Haunter. Oh, you ass. Dang, that knocked it out. That's awesome. And that's all we had. Yep, is level 8. Now he has 3, okay. First off, the Hunter. Ooh, second punch. Yep, this is level 9. Also learn taunt. Abra is level 15. Okay. And then another Haunter to fight. Jeez. Another Protect. Okay, I was wrong. Apparently they can use it twice in a row. Even though that's very broken. Also, I just realized something. Protect is a very smart move and a dick move at the same time. Because, let's think about it. What is the one move that can get past Protect and Detect? Brick Break. And what type Pokemon is a Haunter? A Ghost type. Meaning, it will not affect it. That's genius and a dick move at the same time. Also, I get that there's not a lot of poison types. Well, there actually is with a lot of the Pokemon around here. But why are 3 of these guys using Haunters? And that was quick. Abra is already evolving. Alright, so for those that don't know, there are several Pokemon that actually need to be traded to evolve, and unfortunately, Kadabra is one of them. So that means later on, I'm gonna have to transfer over an Alakazam to this game so we can finally get that done. Many odd things happen if this Pokemon is close by. For example, it makes clocks run backward. It wants to learn, and it learns Kinesis, okay. And Psybeam? Alright, let's go ahead and switch it out with something else. Venonat, yeah. Okay. Arbok. Alright. Finally, I can use Squid's Glow after all this time instead of freaking Batty Bad. Oh man, that almost knocked it out. Oof. I'm glad that did not poison it. Yeah, this is level 11. Sending out another Arbok. And apparently that first one he sent out was his second. Huh. Oof, player. And paralyzed. Awesome. Of all the effects out there, I might have said this before, but the 2 I really don't like are Poison and Paralysis. Because with Poison, that's something you can somewhat get around, especially with what Eevee does all the time by getting rid of it. But Paralysis, I've said it before, like, yeah, it does stop you from doing something, and it does slow it down. But the worst part is, it's like, it seems like it's always kind of against you, you know? Because it's lucky that you're going to be able to actually beat it, or like get around it and do moves, but most of the time, your opponent is not so unlucky with that. See, that's what I'm talking about, the speed. And there we go. Please survive this. Nope. Okay, whatever. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring out Pidgeot just so that way I can use a max revive on it. bag. Next revive. I actually did a little better than I thought I was gonna. Okay, that's fine. Wow. That's like a little more than half. That's actually really good. Alright, but that's for sure gonna knock it out. Okay. I mean, Pidgeot was really upper, but the fact that I got more than half the HP down, that's actually really good. Let's bring out Eevee again. Alright, let's go. Let's finally beat this freaking Arbok because it's ridiculous. And that's 11. So, let's go into something in the sequel games. So, for those who don't know, Koga in the sequels actually becomes part of the Elite Four. And so that makes you ask, what happens to the position of gym leader? Why, that goes to his daughter, Janine. And with it being Gen 2, they decided to go ahead and have Golbat, of all things, be the Pokemon that's used for friendship evolutions. And so her ace Pokemon is it's a Crobat, the full evolution of it. And no, it is not in this game. Learning Confusion. Wheezing, alright, with that. Oof. Well, that's all the gym trainers. We're gonna need to go back and heal and finally go against Koga. Let's do this. Alright, yeah, I'm not a fan of the invisible walls. Like, it's not hard, it's just time consuming. Alright, let's finally finish this so we can wrap this episode up. Here, on that way. Up. Alright, let's finally go against Koga. Wahaha. A mere child like you dares to challenge me. The idea makes me shiver with mirth. Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. Opponents can lay a hand on me, as poison brings your steady doom. Despair as you feel the creeping horror of poison-type Pokemon. It is oddly fitting that a ninja is the poison-type leader. Alright, the first Pokemon is Eevee. I'm going to on the notes so we can get this going. Alright, so first Pokemon, Eevee, level 43, with the moves Toxic, Protect, Sludge Bomb, and Explosion. Also, listen to that freaking music. So it's good that my Pokemon are this level because, well, yeah. Sorry. Oh, you're awesome, Eevee. Also, while we're doing this, look at the background when it goes to those panels up there. We have a Golbat, a Venomoth, I think a Muck back there too. That's, like, I said before, I really like the designs of the walls they have in the gyms. Alright, it's 1 of 4 down. Alright, we have this level 14. I don't think it evolves until like 27, 28, something like that. Then that may be around the same one. Alright, next up, Muck. Alright, Muck is level 43 with the moves Toxic, Protect, Sludge Bomb, and Moon Blast. Ooh, and it's Badly Poison, that's no good. Badly Poison, and don't know if I said it before, that means that it loses more HP as the moves, well, as the time progresses. Yeah, that's a good amount, actually. Alright. I'm actually doing really good right now. Oh, what? Let's get rid of the poison. Okay, never mind. Alright, now that's 2 out of 4 down. Alright. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and switch to Pidgeot. Because I want to go ahead and heal my Eevee again. Even though we don't really have anything effective. But let's see what we can do. Alright, next up. It's a level 43 Golbat with the moves Toxic, Protect, Fly, and Leech Light. Bag. Okay, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah. Ooh, fly, awesome. I figured that was gonna happen, but oh well. Oh, you're awesome, Pidgeot. Literally came in for fly and it dodged from the shout. Oh. You would think that the move he would give you would be protect. Ha ha ha. What in the? This is ridiculous, man. There we go. All right. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be for that. But I think we're gonna go ahead and heal some more. Yeah. Because I don't have anything as good as a max potion or a hyper potion. Okay. How is it that of all times, that is how Protect fails to work? Oh, enough of this. Yeah, alright, I figured that was gonna be down. Alright, next up, let's bring back Eevee. Alright, now let's finally do some damage to it. Oh, come on! Protect again. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. How's it doing? Jeez. Alright, finally bringing down that gold bat. Level 46. Nice. Sure. Well, sorry it's taking so long. And that will contain some poison powder, no. And some sweet powder too. Oh. Thank you, Eevee, you're awesome. Alright. We have our final Pokemon, Venomoth. Venomoth is a level 44 with Sludge Bomb, Protect, Psychic, and Bug Buzz. I think with this we're gonna go ahead and do Natty Bad because of being a bug type. I don't know if it'll work. Let's try it. Ugh, dude. Let's see. Oh, wow. Never mind, in half of its HP, that's amazing. Okay, yeah, this is, yeah, we're done. Oh my god. Alright, let's finally do this. Because this is ridiculous. Alright, and we are finally done. Let's go through the explanation with Koga. And we're finally finished. Alright. Proving your worth. 7,040. Here, take a soul badge. Now that you have a soul badge, Pokemon up to level 60 will heed your command if you receive them in a trade. Ah, take this too. TM27, Toxic. Sealed within that TM27 lies a move Toxic. It's an ancient move passed down through my family for 400 years. And how do you explain all the other poison type having it? When hit with Toxic's poisonous effects, a Pokemon will take more and more damage with each turn that passes in battle. It will simply surely terrorize your opponent. Alright, well, the barriers are finally gone, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and end this here. So, in this episode, we were able to get to Fuchsia City, got the replacement for Surf, Seaskin, and we are gonna go ahead, and we also beat Koga finally. And in the next episode, we're gonna finally head back to Saffron City and beat Sabrina. This has been Chaos Cross. I'll see you guys then.